Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your purchase of your JAYFLIGHT SLX 287 BHS travel trailer. Guys, picked up a really cool trailer here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. First thing I want you to take into consideration is your slide. There'll be plenty of room for that slide to come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing over top, unless you have to sweep off it. Then on the other side, your awning, of course. I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord is all the way at the rear of your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And your water connection is going to be on the back of the unit. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. First thing you're going to do after unhooking your hitch work is level your unit. I do recommend when your slide's closed, find the center of your unit, get a little stick-on level, put it on your off-camp side. That way, while you're doing this power tongue jack, you can have someone tell you when the unit's level. And in power tongue jack, you do have a docking light. Simply lower or raise the unit until it's level. Now, should you not have power underneath this tongue here, this rubber stopper, this handle, this little crank here will fit in there and hand crank this down. Should you lose power, speaking of power, check your battery post. Make sure them haven't wiggled loose over time, bouncing this thing down the road. Once you got your unit level, next thing you're gonna do is stabilize it. On all four corners of your unit, you have stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch socket on a hand crank. Crank this to the right to bring them down. And what I do recommend are stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Keep these from sinking into the ground by better distributing the weight. So grab a 4-pack of stabilizing jack pads from our store, put them down and just run these down until they're taut. Now remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You only want to stabilize your unit with it. So as soon as you start to feel any tension, go ahead and stop and run all four corners down. Once we have all four corners down, got our unit level and stable, we're going to go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, coming around to your off-camp side, all the way at the rear of the unit, your 30-amp service conveniently stores inside here. Just push it all back in when you're done. At the end of that cord, should you need it, is a 30 to 110 adapter we can plug in at home. Got our power hooked up. Oh, here's our 30 to 110 adapter. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook our water up. City water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting in water to the city water tank or the black tank flush, because you don't know what the water pressure is set at the different campsites. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. So let's not turn our hose on yet. Let's come right back around this corner to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, just putting our drain plug back on. Get that on there nice and snug. Then you can turn your hose on. Go to the front of the unit and open up your hot water on your sink. Once water's coming out of there, it won't be hot yet, but once water's coming out of there, then you know your hot water heater's full and you can turn it on from indoors. Let's say we're going camping and we're not going to use city water, we're going to use potable water. So if you're going to dry camp, you got to come over here to your campsite of the unit and open up your potable water tank. Fill this up with just a hose. 2 ways to tell that it's open or that it's full. One, there's an overflow valve here. 2, on the inside, you can hold down your freshwater button and that'll tell you when the tank is full. Just remember, turn on your water pump when using the potable water. You don't need your water pump on when using city water, it's already pressurized. All right, we got our water and electricity hooked up, we're ready to camp. I'm gonna walk you around the outside of the unit and show you a few things before going inside. Straight up above here, there's a TV bracket that'll snap on here. The same one will snap on in your bedroom, so you can take the same TV out here and hook up. 110 cable for that. So left down here's your furnace heat release. Steer clear of that when you got your furnace running, that gets rather hot. Say vent for your microwave. Here's your low point drain for your potable water. Coming around to the back of the unit here, your separate entryway door. Here's your low point drain for when you're hooked up to the city water. Again, your rear stabilizing jacks, spare tire with a cover. Your ladder, go up and check your seams a couple times a year. Maintain your roof, caulk as needed. Unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. This device that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle electronically communicates with this, giving you a backup camera for the unit. Your black tank flush, we'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. City water connect and outdoor shower. Going over here, your power. Here's where you hook the cable up at the campsite. Again, your hot water heater. Pass-through storage. Your black and gray holding tanks, that's where we'll dump those. And of course your big slide. Your big pass-through storage. Coming to the front of the unit. Again, keep it on your battery post. Propane comes with a regulator. Simply point this toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. Again, your power tongue jack. This is a cover for your propane. You can access this from the top without having to take that off. Get your hitch work started. There is your hitch work and your pass-through storage. Here's the TV stand. I said it will snap on in your bedroom as well as outdoors. Well, it covers everything out here. We'll go inside, run your awning out. As you see, your speakers on the end of your awning for outdoor speakers. It's good because it points the music down towards your campsite and not everyone else's. Coming up inside the unit. First and foremost, your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Just to the right of that on your wall is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector, propane detector. Now the reason I mention this is 12 volt is it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the gone for the day and you don't have anything plugged in charging your battery, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down. And over here on the wall, this is where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. To right there is where you turn on your water heater if hooked up to gas, and then your water heater if you're hooked up to electric. Up here you have some lighting, indoor and outdoor. And then here's where you check the tank levels. Your brand new battery. Here's where you hold it for your fresh water. You can tell when your potable water is full. Run your awning out here. Just going to clear this slide over here. You only want to run it down until you see that flap fall down to 90 degrees. Kind of close to the unit next door, so I'm not going to run that all the way out. Once that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see the brown bar, then you know that's went out far enough. Coming up into your unit here, self-explanatory microwave. You do have a light and fan for your stove. This glass top on the stove makes an excellent backsplash. You have a panel light. You'll notice when you turn on your gas, it'll change from blue to red, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Same thing on the oven. Turn this to light on here, light it here. No need to go down there for a pilot light. You can just light it from up here as well, or up here, excuse me. Underneath your stove, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Mostly 15s in there, a couple of 40s. Have a handful of those with you when you go camping. Coming to the top of your fridge. Shut your fan off here. So a Nordic fridge, hold this in for about 5 seconds. That'll turn on your fridge. The way these read is whatever's white is what it's controlling. So for example here, what's white is with the blue light is the freezer. Freezer temperature's at 5. We'll go over to the fridge, change the fridge to 3, up to 4. Down the end's in night mode, but it does tells the fridge, hey, I'm not going to be opening and closing this too much. Could you go ahead and not use so much power? And it does. Coming back into the bathroom, one thing I want to mention back here is this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. Plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on your plumbing underneath your sink, just as you would at home. Your separate entry doorway. You also have a hand crank open exhaust vent up here. Your bunks, you have a couple of USB ports. Your individual lighting. Your steps can fold out here. Just make sure these steps are closed when closing your slide out. A lot of individual lighting throughout this where you just go through one touch. Your table, lift this table up, your legs will come out. You can store your legs in here. And just set your table down on these lips here. Remove your long cushions, put it on top of your table, and it gives you another bed. Another bed here just by jackknifing this. Lift up on the front. That lays down. Your television. I've already got it turned on here. It's Roku TVs. Shut that off. Sound system. Mute is on, mute's off. Play your music indoors, whatever's blue, or outdoors. Touch this for mute. Hold it on for off. Different modes, disc. Set a clock. There's a remote for that. Your smoke alarm is here in the ceiling just above your slide. With storage here. Of course, storage underneath your bed. Accessible from outdoors. In the bedroom is where that same TV backer will clamp on. Your hookup for TVs there. This is a template for text if you ever decide to get this completely wired for solar. And then you have down here this little light that'll turn on. Sacks that blue light. So a lot of, as I said, individual lighting. When you get ready to close up to leave the campsite, what I normally do is come to the control panel and shut off my interior lights. Then I can see all the ones that I need to individually go through and shut off. Let me do that real quick. Now as we're getting ready to close up the unit, most importantly, have your ladder in down there and have the doors closed on your entertainment center. TV tucked up in there. Oh, I almost forgot. Your thermostat right here next to the entertainment center. Turn it on here. Turn on the air. It should kick on. There's your furnace. There's your furnace. Furnace will take a couple minutes to shut off after you shut it off. Alright, so let's bring our slide in. Simply hit in. See the importance of having that door closed? You want that ripped off? Same thing with your stairs down there. Don't forget to make sure them are up. Nothing in the way impeding the slide from coming in. Everything tucked away nice. It's okay to hear that noise. It's just a slide keeping itself from coming in too far. Don't feel like you're breaking anything. Shut off your lights. Come outside the unit. Make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this will catch on it. And lift your steps up and in. Pull back on this to lock your door in. Lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle. Doors secure for travel. If you're using potable water, I come here and dump this low point drain. We're going to bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. Close our stairs by lifting the first one up from the bottom. Second fold. And then it tucks down inside. Low point drain. Dump these. Come around to your hot water heater. Unhook your water. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to empty your hot water lines. Once that's done, make sure to close this, otherwise your door won't close here. And then you can pull your drain plug. And again, be sure to close your hot water heater. Unhook any cable. Tuck our power cord away and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you can take this 10-foot sewage hose, hook it up here, the other end into the dump, and you're going to pull your black holding tank. That's going to be the one on the right. When it sounds like that's no longer draining, you're going to come to the back, again with your water pressure regulator, and hook up to your black tank flush. Hook the hose up onto there with your black tank open, and run that for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash out your black tank, get all that nastiness out of there. Shut your hose off. Close your black handle and pull your gray handle. It's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. It's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you're going to come to your bumper, squeeze and pull, and store your sewage hose conveniently right in there. Again, we thank you so much for your purchase. Hope you guys enjoy this JAYFLIGHT for many years to come. Happy camping.